video, we're going to talk about traits. Now, each of the four main kids has a unique ability on their hype meter that grants a move once per hand. And what's cool about it is the trait ability lets you play to their personality. So for example, with Zoe, Zoe's confident, so she wants to draw a lot of cards. So once per hand, if you draw 3 cards in a single turn, you get to move up, or if you're here, you get to move down. So I'm going to show you a turn where I give you an example of how I might trigger that trait ability and how the timing works. So what I'm looking to do if I have Zoe is I want to try to draw a 3rd card in a turn. So I'm just going to take a look at my hand here, and Zoe wants me to draw 3 cards. So in addition to everything else I'm doing, I'm trying to draw 3 cards in a turn. So the first card is easy, regroup. If I discard and draw, that's 1, it counts, regroup counts. So I'm going to discard this, and I'm going to draw another card. So that's 1. For now, I'm just going to skip my hype step to just keep focusing on Zoe. Now I'm going to tag Kate, and I'm going to play Cheap Shot. Now you notice that Cheap Shot says draw 2. And although this card has a pair effect that moves me down, which is not what I want to do right now, this is still going to get me my trait. So I'm going to play this, and if I successfully draw 2 cards here, that is 3. I go over and I move this up to 6. And I'm going to move this down to thumbs down because I can only do this once per hand. At timeout, this is going to reset, and I'm going to get to do it again in the next hand. So the most important thing is that when you do your trait, the action has to be successful in order for the trait to happen. So if somebody had blocked this Cheap Shot card and stopped me from playing it, I wouldn't have been able to get my 3rd card draw.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to talk about Oliver. He is self-centered. So when I play a card that has his little face in the artwork, his ability triggers, which is I can get a move in whatever direction I'm headed. So I'm pulling hype cards. You know, when I'm drawing hype cards, I'm looking for his little face. And sometimes it's not obvious. So you really have to scan the artwork in like a Where's Waldo kind of way to find him. And it's kind of fun. I like that aspect of it. So I often play Oliver. So I am going to just show you a little example. I'm at 7 currently, and I happen to have a really cool card in my hand called Sugar Binge. So I'll just show you quickly what it does. So it allows me to move, but it also has his face. So if I play this card, Sugar Binge, I am at level 7 on my hype meter. And my hype bonus down here says that I can make a move of 2. So I'm pretty psyched right now. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna binge out on some Halloween candy, and I'm gonna go up to 9. Now, because Oliver's face is in the artwork, like we talked about, and Jesse, let's assume, does not block this card, it successfully happens, then I get my trait bonus. So I get to move up to 10. And then I'm gonna slide this down to thumbs down because now I've used my trait. I only get to use it once per hand. So when I get up to 10, I flip and I gain my older kid. We're gonna cover that in the next video. Right now, Jesse's going to tell you a little bit more about some of the other personalities on the field here.
So now that you know how traits work, we thought it'd be fun to just tell you about the other 2 kids and their trait abilities. So Ren, she's a little sneaky, and so she is rewarded for playing sass cards. So if she plays a sass card successfully, she gets her trait. And she's a lot of fun to play because playing sass cards is fun. Nico is popular, and so he wants to have a lot of characters in his field. So he's rewarded for playing a helpful character or repositioning a helpful character into his sideline. And so what's really cool about all these traits is it gives your starting place for the game something unique. And I've noticed players, like they get into discussions about which one's better, and then you're trying to play to the strategy, and it creates a really fun starting place for the game. So that's it for traits.